Welcome to Trash React, and today I'll be reacting to a YouTuber named Offending Everybody. We're gonna watch some of his videos and just react to it. So let's get into the video.
Being poor sucks, and nothing will deep throat you like poverty. Pressing his lips against you saying, give me everything you got! Recently I made the mistake of booking a Spirit Airlines ticket.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Dude, this is my first, yesterday was my first time riding Spirit for like a 2-hour flight coming back from Houston because I was at DreamCon. Man, and when I tell you the liftoff and the takeoff was something serious, that will be my first and last time. Not only that, you have to pay for water. Crazy!
Bag can a 3-hour flight be? Spoiler alert, terrible! I should have known they were the special needs airline by that short yellow bus they're driving. Even before my flight I was angry. I'm trying to use the app to check in my bag and it keeps popping up with processing error. I'm like, of course the app doesn't work. The flight was $70. What was I expecting?
Yes, the flight, oh my gosh, bro. Bruh, the flight cost me about like $150. But then I got hit with a $79 for your bag, for your check-in bag. Oh, I'm hurt.
When I arrived at the airport, there were only 4 terminals to check in your bag, but only one of them was working. 2 were out of order, and 1 was just for international. Oh, that international one was such a cock tease. People kept walking up thinking they were about to skip the line, only to be told, foreign bitches only. Then after waiting 25 minutes, I began to get anxious. I'm looking at the 5 people ahead of me like, I hope you Pop-Tarts know how to work a touchscreen. Eventually I get to the front and realize it's $100 to check in a bag.
Yes, bro! I'm telling you. Bro, I'm telling you, dude. It was $79, bro. $79, bro. If you know Togi, man. 79?
79? Oh my god, there's no way I got 79.
Man, dude.
Come on, it's only $70 on the app. But at this point, I had no choice but to accept a corporate D and pay an extra $30. This is for you, corporate daddy. Then I get to security and I'm doing that toe tapping of, come on. Eventually I get to the tiny dick detector and they stop me saying, sir, do you have anything on your leg? I'm like, yeah, I got a knee brace on. They're like, you're gonna have to take that off. I'm like, no problem, but I can't walk without it. They're like, sure you can. And I'm looking at the guy saying, do you moonlight as an orthopedic surgeon? No? Now how are you gonna tell me I can't walk without this? He says, well, if you're disabled, you should have gone to the special needs line. And my response was, cripple privilege? He said, no, that's not what I said. Cripple privilege! He rolls his eyes and says, just take a seat. As I'm waiting, a large black woman starts cutting lines saying she's gonna miss her flight. TSA's trying to calm her down and she's yelling, let me through! They ask what flight she's on, and lucky me, it's the same as mine. Could you imagine seeing Walmart Lizzo squeezing her way down the aisle? Your brain yelling, Jesus, not me! Only to have her park that breadbasket on your shoulder. Time to play Ratchet Pac-Man.
On me, and especially if you don't pick out your seats too. I didn't pick out my seat, so I kid you not, I was literally at the back of the bus. My seat had no windows. Bro, I was in the middle. Oh!
Anyway, I finished with security and get to my terminal, and that's when the reality of where I was began to sink in. There was a man eating peanuts, just discarding shells on the ground, kids playing barefoot, a woman sleeping on 3 seats, and tons of sick people. Every 10 seconds I'd hear. So eventually I boarded the plane and was greeted by the smell of poop. Flight attendants said they were having some sewage issues, but should be resolved before departure. I'm thinking, should be? Better be! Then I get to my seat, open up the overhead compartment to find a baby stroller that has liquid dripping from it. Is it milk? Pee? Splooge from a curious uncle? Who knows? So I sit down and immediately realize the seats don't recline. I'm like, why would I want to fall asleep right now when I'm clearly in heaven? Eventually a cute girl comes over and sits next to me. Initially I was excited, thinking I avoided the black hole, but then I noticed she was vibrating. I'm like, you good, girl? She says, I just get really nervous on planes. I'm like, don't worry, flying is the safest way to travel. I mean, more people die from Advil than plane crashes. Yet I'm never popping a bottle like, today's the day! Unfortunately, my rational thought did not pierce her emotional brain, and during takeoff she starts clutching my hand, which would have been cute if she hadn't just touched her I'm getting over a cold nose. But at this point, I take an illness over ground zero of a panic attack. Some time passes and we start to experience turbulence, which causes the woman next to me to...
I kid you not, bro. I kid you not. When we was taking off, and I have no window. Remember, I have no window. So we was taking off, I swear to you, it felt like we went up and then we came back down. I kid you not. And then we went all the way, we took off. But somehow I felt like we went, woo! We just dropped like kilometers, just woo! I'm talking about everybody in the whole flight was like, whoa! Bro, I'm telling you, spirit, bro. first and
Or freaking out
last.
again. I'm trying to calm her down, only to have it ruined by the pilot. You see, a normal pilot would say,
Hey folks, we're hitting some turbulence. Make sure to keep your seatbelt fastened and we'll let you know when it's over.
but this guy says,
Ladies and gentlemen, we're hitting a little turbulence and we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
woman's like, what does he mean he doesn't know what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know what fucking turbulence is. Now I'm beginning to tweak. Because it smells like poop, I keep hearing people coughing, and the woman next to me keeps orgasming every time there's a drop in air pressure. Eventually we land, and as I'm waiting to exit this death trap, a few passengers start chanting, Trump, Trump, Trump. I'm thinking, is someone wearing a pillowcase up front I'm not seeing? Why is this turning into a rally? But luckily, like Epstein in prison, it quickly died off, and I was able to exit back to freedom. Now what this experience has taught me is, we need to start treating pores like the cripples. If you're crippled at an airport, you treat it like a god. There's like a conveyor belt of middle-aged Haitian women ready to push your ass around. Sure, every time you say hustle, sweet cheeks, a part of them dies, but like my mute girlfriend, they can't say no. And if anyone deserves special treatment, it's the pores. They don't know how to stand in line, clean up after themselves, or cover their mouths when they cough. You know why? Because they were born with a disability of not having money. So the next time you see a poor person at the airport, do the right thing and treat them like they're crippled. Get out of the way! I'm gonna be late! Please, miss, use our special line. You know what you want to do? Oh, you want to push. Stop buying tissues! Give your right hand a break and start chasing some cake.
Man, that's
Here
Pamela.
are 9 ways to pull any girl. Number 1, hide the real you. You're disgusting. Go
Don't do that. Don't cap. Now be yourself. Be true. I'm telling you, women love that. Be yourself.
to your bathroom right now and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong! See, you're a mess.
That part you can cover up though. Yes,
But
sir.
you can still find a willing hole. All you have to do is hide who you really are for as long as you can. Just think of it like lying.
Fake it till you make it.
I'm telling you, I don't know whose feet those are. You can't tell the truth. Not with your search history. Besides, even if your corn is vanilla, it's still time-stamped. Yeah, if what you watch doesn't have her called an Uber, when you watched it will. At my grandma's wake, you went in the bathroom to take a work call. This is why the truth stays 6 feet under. You don't get to be
Facts.
honest. Honesty is reserved for people with strong jawlines and passive income. The rest of us have to bury our shame and hope no one starts digging. Number 2, avoid the friend zone. Women don't put men in the friend zone, men put themselves there. You
I agree.
listen to her cry about her ex and now you're surprised she doesn't see you as a man?
Hey,
Bro, you built this cage you're stuck in. She doesn't respect you because you never gave her a reason to. Had 3 months to shoot your shot and you're still spanking it to bots? And you're
That was-
blaming
that was
her for
cool.
that?
that was a good rhyme.
Can't be you. No. Oh, sorry to tell you, champ, but women don't sleep with their fans. So stop being an emotional support
I
animal
agree.
and start being a dog. Number 3, do not talk about your ex. Don't do it, fellas.
I totally agree. Don't even bring her or him up. Well, in this case, don't bring her up. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Women don't understand the difference between hooked up and hooking up. To her, the past tense doesn't exist. If you
Exactly.
touched once, then you're still touching it. Now, in fairness to your girl, if you could touch, then you absolutely would be touching. Any DM in that hotel is booked. But that opportunity hasn't presented itself. So technically,
Listen.
you're still innocent. Besides, it's best not to think about your ex and all the reasons why she was better. Stacy never had headaches. Stacy never said stop. Stacy never used teeth. Number 4, confidence over competence. There are plenty
Yes.
of dummies with fine-ass honeys. Why? Because confidence gets you laid.
confident.
Hesitate.
Yes, be confident. Be confident in your skills, your looks. You will get them every time.
Leads to masturbation. So it's time to grow a pair and start approaching. Go
Yes.
up to her and say anything. Anything is better than nothing. You
Nothing,
think every
yo.
dude she's been with spit killer game? No. Most dudes fumble their words, make awkward jokes, or straight up say dumb shit. Yet they're the ones
Still
getting
get 'em.
digits. Because women don't
That's
care
right.
about your words, they care about your energy. If you walk up to her
Right.
like you belong, she might let you stay. So if you want to get in her bed, then get out of your head. Number 5,
love
make
that.
her feel special. Treat her like she's disabled. Hold her hand, tell her she's brave, and feed her that bottle. Take my milk! Women don't want responsibility, they want nap time and snack breaks. So stop being a boyfriend and start being a daddy. Learn to take care of your little princess, and she'll take care of you. Just whatever you
Yes.
do, don't let him behind the wheel. If she struggles making a decision now, imagine seeing a deer while going 60. Be the last meat she beats. Besides, she doesn't want to drive, she wants to be driven. So pull up in your
Yes.
Honda Accord Chariot,
That's
hand her
right.
a juice box, and
That's
put
right.
that drooling mouth to work. Number 6, pretend to listen. If you want to shake her head, then start nodding your head. Doesn't matter if she's right, wrong.
All right, maybe not pretend. At least care about what she has to say. You know what I'm saying?
or kneeling. Just make sure she feels heard. Now, I know it can be difficult to sit there as she rambles on about her coworkers or hotter friends, but I got 4 tips to make it easier. Number 1, keep your face in mild concern mode, like you're watching someone parallel park near your car. Number 2, don't ask any follow-up questions, unless you want to unlock another round of dry balls. Number 3, use vague but supportive phrases like, you're so strong, or she's clearly jealous. And number 4, do not offer solutions! Women don't want you to fix their problems, they want to be told they're right.
Yes and no at the same time. For instance, like, she's telling you her problems and shit, and you ask her, do you want me to help you with that situation? Do you want any tips or advice? And if she says no, you just continue listening. Hey, but if she says, yeah, I would love your advice, then you go ahead and you say your 2 cents. You feel me?
It feels like criticism. Agreement feels like love. So just remember, fellas, you need to sit through verbal vomit if you want to climb on top of it. Number 7, stop saying she's pretty. Compliments are like water to women, and they're always thirsty for validation. But not all
Depending on who you're talking to.
compliments are the same. Telling a girl you're beautiful is like telling a cheerleader she's flexible. Even if true, it still comes off creepy. No, what actually hits is when you notice the effort. The tiny details she spent 40 minutes in front of a mirror perfecting. Like how her nails match her shoes, or how her hair frames her face, or how her mascara is covering up the fact that she's barely holding it together. Compliment the work she put in to make her feel seen, not just
Especially the lashes. Guys, fellas, always compliment the lash. Make sure you see a female and you make sure you look at the lashes, because next time they see you, they're going to have their lashes done. Okay? Make sure the lashes are checked. The eyebrows are done. These are the 2 you got to check. And maybe the nails too. But these 2 right here, you got to check them, because once you notice that, they be like, oh my gosh, you notice it? I'm telling you. Put it on your notes, fellas.
scanned. Any guy can drool over a face, but when you start noticing the details, then she'll start noticing you. Number 8, trauma bonding. Nothing brings people together quite like pain. Conversation about to go from boring to deep real quick. But you just gotta be careful about which memory you share, all right? Don't hit her with that Father Cunningham story night 1. Why violate her like you were violated? No, ease her into your demons with a light, my dog ran away story. Something just sad enough to make her go, aw, but not deep enough to make her question your stability. The goal isn't to traumatize her, it's to make her
Who's
want
doing
to
the
fix you.
bending?
Girls can't resist a project. Aw, you poor baby. Do you want a little tug? What? I said, do you
what?
want a hug? Number 9, roast her. Tease. Oh, women love to be teased. Just don't go too hard too soon. Making a miscarriage joke at the funeral is like putting your cock in the casket. I miss you, buddy. No, start with some gentle roasts about her appearance. Like leather jacket when it's 90. Girl, you cold-blooded? Or your necklace says peace, but your face says war. Keep the energy light, playful, and a little chaotic. You need to show her that you're not another simp in her ecosystem. You're an apex predator hungry for a snack. You see, women put men in categories as soon as they meet them. If you give off bitch energy, they might as well be neutered. But if you have the confidence to cook that kitty, then you start heating up her oven. So that's how to pull any girl, but your mission's not over, fellas. If you have tactics, wisdom, or cheat codes, then share it. This isn't just about you. This is about your boys, your squad, your fellow grip warriors. Don't let your brothers die dry as you hoard the sauce. Drop your wisdom in the comments and help your bros go from lotion to motion, from scent to scene, from crusty Redditor to main character. This is bigger than one man's dry spell, okay? This is about pulling as a unit. So if you have game, then it's time to preach, teach, and help your homies reach their cheeks.
Yes.
You need to fake it before you can shake it. If you mention any girl who's felt your fingers, then expect her finger. Hard to think about social anxiety when you're hard. Stop being honest and start pretending. Pretend you shower daily. Pretend you read books. Pretend you never got it.
Don't pretend to shower. Actually shower. He is lying. Y'all be musty.
UTI from Raw Dog in a Hot Pocket. Doctor, how could I resist that warm cheese? You know what you want to do. Oh, you want to push that subscribe button. Oh, push the button.
We do one more.
Delete my search history! Is what I'd be screaming if I fell off a cruise ship. Every year, about 20 people go overboard, and spoiler alert, most don't make it. Yeah, turn
I'm going on a cruise this Saturday, by the way.
Now, falling 200 feet into a shark buffet isn't the best survival strat, but yeeting off a cruise ship is pretty rare. I mean, you'd have to get pretty lucky to have a... Man overboard. That's right, on my last Royal Caribbean cruise, someone went overboard. It all started around 9...
And I'm going on a Royal. Yo, that is crazy, bro. I am going on royal.
2:30 p.m. with the announcement,
Oscar, Oscar, Oscar.
a quick Google search told me I'm about to have a great evening. So I hustle my way to the top deck when the ship begins to rumble. I'm thinking, did the propeller blade get him? But turns out we were just slowing down, which might seem counterintuitive. Like, why are we stopping? Shouldn't we be turning around? You see, our ship has jets on the side of it, allowing us the 360 no-scope, which when you're standing on it feels quite trippy. Like you're swiping right in the sky, but can't unmatch the abyss. Anyway, while we're spinning, people are starting to gather. I'm thinking, perfect. Now I have an audience for my ignorance.
Time to start wildly speculating.
Who do you think it was? Was it one of the scooter people resting a turkey leg on the throttle? Was it the
did you
influencer?
see the leg?
Wildly speculating.
Did you see
Who do you think it
Did
was?
you
Was
see
it
her
one of the
leg?
scooter people resting a turkey
Oh, not the turkey leg.
leg on the throttle? Was it the influencer trying the drowning is just a mindset challenge? Was it the dude playing Minecraft with his Apple headset thinking, is there fall damage? Was it the guy trying to escape the Matrix, only to speedrun his way into a worse game? Was it the depressed teen saying, if I'm just an NPC, then who would miss me? Was it the blind lesbo following the scent of perfume in hopes of touching those soft wrists one more time? Was it the defeated boyfriend who was tired of hearing smile like you mean it? Oh, you want a happy smile, Kate? Here's a happy smile! Was it a black guy? Gotta be hard to see fingernails from up here.
Oh my
What if
god.
it's a ginger? Did we just call off the search? Help! Help! Well, looks like she's gone. Was it an adult, a teen, a child? Maybe a look what I can do 12-year-old. Or maybe an enabling parent saying, hey, you can do it. Pretend I'm outside with you. Good. Now climb the railing. We don't know, but I will continue to speculate out loud in front of people. Don't look at me, Deb. You're the one that brought their kid to a Liam Payne reenactment. But hey, at least we can all agree it was probably a man. If it was a woman, then it was definitely foul play. She said she was depressed and just left. I mean, why would I push her if I could just poison? Imagine being that guy day one of the cruise, knowing this was the game plan. Oh, his heart must have been pumping. The adrenaline of, I'm about to be either really happy or really sad. No matter who it was, they'd be big dead. The impact alone is enough to boot you from server. The top deck is 213 feet high. The Statue of Liberty is only 150 feet. At least with Lady Liberty, you might catch an upskirt on the way down. And even if you do survive, you're gonna wish you hadn't. Treading water at night as your only lifeline sails away will unlock a new level of panic. Your voice would tremble if you weren't swallowing so much salt water. Oh god. And you might as well be ringing the dinner bell for predators. Feeding time, boys. It's not the sharks you have to worry about. No, it's the dolphins. Don't let Disney movies fool you. Flipper ain't helping you. Unless you count being humped out of your misery. Help.
Facts.
We all know they follow cruise ships waiting for scraps. Jerry, finally tastes good to someone. Or rather, something. But seriously, if something doesn't eat you, then what do? Play how long can I hold my breath game? I'm not Christian. I'm not going.
Man, just imagine. Black, cold, salt. Woo!
The next level. It's just so unfair. You spend your entire life avoiding whales, and now you're praying for one to deep throat you? Swallow me, Moby! But maybe this was the game plan. Maybe he went on the ship to end himself. Buys a one-way ticket to Miami, boards the ship with no luggage, gives 10 grand to a random kid at the arcade, sits down for his favorite meal, filet mignon with creme brulee. No more worrying about diarrhea. Then skips his way to the top deck, knowing tomorrow isn't gonna suck. Then he peers off the balcony, taking in the cool breeze one last time before hurling himself off, smiling ear to ear, saying, finally, I take control! That, my friends, is the ultimate mic drop. The only way it could be better is if he planted stuff in his room to f with people. You know, like a framed photo of Mr. Clean or a suitcase full of left baby shoes. Who was this guy? What did he do? I'll tell you one thing I do know. Staff were not looking for him. Sure, they sent out a lifeboat and turned on some lights, but it was all for show. They knew he was gone, but kept up the pageantry so guests wouldn't riot. How do I know this? Well, 20 minutes after the initial announcement, the captain comes on saying,
Good evening, passengers. I'm sorry to inform you that somebody is overboard. All assets have been dispatched looking for this individual. I repeat, all assets have been dispatched.
I'm thinking, really? All assets, huh? Where are the photographers? I couldn't turn the corner downstairs without someone trying to take my picture. You're telling me a telephoto lens that could spot a nip slip from 10 decks away isn't a useful asset right now? Or where are the drones at? You got at least 10 in the gift shop. You're telling me a device literally designed to fly around and spot things isn't a useful asset? Or what about the lifeguards? Specifically Eduardo, who's a little too enthusiastic about watching the kiddie pool. Throw that asset in the ocean. Come on, people. Let's start brainstorming. Elon, let's get Elon on this. Fire up Starlink. Start mapping the area. Enhance. Please be white. Please be white. You know the craziest part? Staff kept telling us to back away from the railing. Like, wouldn't you want the maximum number of eyeballs looking for this motherfucker? We're on a
Yes!
cruise, turn that shit into a game. First one to spot him gets a free spa day to recover from all their emotional trauma. And where's
I
the cruise
agree.
director? Bring him in on this. All right, folks, keep your eyes peeled. Remember, this game has a timer. Plus, how are you going to deny people such delicious drama? It's like we're living in a telenovela. Donde está mi ma? People are on the edge of their seats with anticipation. This is why you travel, for memorable experiences. And nothing says core memory like a potential homicide. Ladies, you know crime docs make you wet. You're probably telling your man right now, do me on the railing. Tell me you're gonna push me. I have never been more excited in my life. I didn't even realize I missed dinner because I was too busy feasting on this tasty treat. And the icing on the cake was the people around me. The girl who instantly starts crying when she turns on her camera. The couple making out in the pool chair. The live streamers shoving their phone in staff's faces saying, what are you hiding from us? The parents standing next to their child saying, that could have been you. And quite frankly, should have been you. There were people laughing, crying, typing on their laptops, swallow me, Moby. But my absolute favorite was a black guy who showed up mad late, took one look over the railing and said, shit, he ain't making it.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm dying. I'm dying just like the jumper. So who actually went overboard? Well, it turns out it was a 66-year-old woman. I know what you're thinking. It must have been foul play, right? Nope. Apparently people saw her climb the railing and just tumble off the side. One person said she slammed into one of the lifeboats on the way down. Which, talk about irony. So did she come on the cruise specifically to end herself? I don't know. But what I do know is she didn't come alone. Oh, that's right. Her husband was still on the ship. God, your plot is so thick. And just because he didn't push her doesn't mean he's not responsible. What if he gaslit her into it? Every day coming home with I should have married your sister. Or, I hope the cancer comes back. Or, your cooter looks like a bag of trail mix. How many walnuts does he have to eat while not breaking eye contact before he's held responsible? I guess we'll never know. Because it isn't America who does the investigation. No, it's the Bahamas. Ever wonder why cruise lines fly random flags in the back of their ships? It's not to show cultural appreciation, it's to dodge accountability. By registering under these so-called flag states, they get to avoid labor laws, taxes, and safety regulations. It's basically a legal loophole. So when something goes wrong, like a passenger mysteriously vanishing, it's these countries who do the investigating. No due process here, just a, sorry sir, you're gonna have to come with me. And speaking of dodging safety violations, do you know there isn't a dedicated team who works search and rescue? No, it's a lottery system where random staff members on the ship are picked to go look for the person.
Wow.
Can you imagine all of a sudden seeing your housekeeper Samson controlling the rudder like, damn, I really needed fresh towels. Crazy. Not only for the passengers, but for the staff. Their job is hard enough, let alone pulling corpse duty. Staff members shouldn't be looking for passengers. They should be celebrating. Most are working 12-hour shifts on 7-month contracts with no days off. I guess dying should be the best thing to ever happen.
That's true. I asked one of the workers last year when I went. They say they work for 7 months literally straight, but then they get like 6 months off, and then they come back. So, hey, whatever rocks your boat.
Them, so long as they don't pull the short straw. Suit up, Samson. It's wet out there. Now, in Royal Caribbean's defense, there was no way she was making it, regardless of who was looking. Daytime, maybe, but nighttime, she's gone. Her liver is already rebuilding a coral reef. And listen, I know it's tragic, but it could have been worse. 2 months earlier, Royal Caribbean had another accident where a 12-year-old fell off a balcony. And not just any balcony, an interior-facing balcony. Oh, that's right. On this ship, there were interior-facing balconies surrounding a little Central Park area.
That's not bad.
Can you imagine eating a tuna melt next to a shrub when you hear, good luck erasing that from your mental hard drive? Now,
He felt so hard.
every time a car door closes, PTSD has entered the chat. If you ever fall into open water, the strat to survive is real simple. If you're wearing pants, just take them off, tie off the bottoms, try to get as much air in them as possible, and use them as a makeshift floaty. If you're wearing a skirt, then tie it around your face, cause you dying, bitch. Looks like grandma was right. Transitioning did ruin your life. God, your plot is so thick! You know what you want to do. Oh, you want to push that subscribe button. Oh, push the button. Push the button.
That man is hilarious. I love everything about it. Definitely can't wait to watch some more with you guys. Put down in the comments below what is the craziest advice you ever gave somebody for anything. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm doing it from scratch. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. I see y'all in the next video.